Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and I am here to talk to you about the new machines at Seattle Coffee Gear. This is the Diletta lineup, and it's two different machines, but today we're looking at the Bello. And it comes in three different colors. The stainless steel over there, for those of you that like to do a lot of polishing and shining. Black powder coated with some stainless steel accents, and white powder coating with stainless steel accents. The workings of the machines and the insides are all identical. This is a heat exchanger machine, which means that you can brew and steam at the same time. There is not a separate boiler for the steam side and not a separate boiler for the brew side, but it has the one boiler that does it all. So you can still brew and steam at the same time, like I said. So this is the steam or water dispenser over here on this side and the steam on this side. This is an anti-burn steam arm, which comes with a 2-hole tip. Quite nice, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. E61 brew head. Well, I got that out. Solenoid valve over here, which what that does is relieves the pressure. After you brew and you put the lever down, you'll see drainage come out of here, and it's taking the pressure off the top of that puck, which is going to make it relatively drier, and it will actually knock out pretty easy into your knock box. Let's see what else. It's a lever machine. It also has 2 manometers down here. One is at the top, tells you what's going on inside the boiler when it's up to pressure. This one is still heating up, and so you can see it's only about halfway up. It should rise up to about 1.1 right from the factory. Also down here, this is the pressure at the brew head. If you get your ground coffee properly ground and tamped, as you're brewing, this should pop up to about 10 and go back to about 9.5. And you'll see the green zone right there, just above 8. So that tells you that everything is brewing as it should. So the other thing it's got is right back here is your water tank. Comes right out. 60 ounces. And then the boiler capacity on the inside is going to be 101 ounces stainless steel. As I mentioned earlier, it has a stainless steel boiler. Nice quiet pump. You'll hear it when we get it in action. It's mounted on rubber mounts, which makes it a little bit quieter than some. What I want to do before I get this thing all heated up and actually do some brewing with it and all that, I want to show you the inside of the machine because it's got some nice features, and I want to go over that with you. So, a couple of screws. We have most of the screws all removed on this casing, and we don't advise that you do this, but I'm doing it because I want to show you what's under the hood. And I've done this before. You know, I kind of like doing it. Stay. Don't fall over. Couple of screws here to get out. Only take me a second. Like I said, I don't advise that you do this, but it is an easy machine to take apart for that service center when you do have to bring it in for the professional descaling or something like that. And the professional descaling, well, that's a whole nother ball of wax. I'm going to show you something that's special about this machine as well for this. See? One-stop shopping. That comes right off. There's some screws on the bottom though that need to be loosened, and like I said, your service center can take care of all of that. So this has a stainless steel boiler, and it also has a blanket around it, an insulation blanket to keep it warmer. Just works really well. And the stainless steel, of course, is always nice. Works well with water. They play together really well. let me turn this around and I'm going to show you here's the electronics of it, and also here's the pump right down here. All copper tubing, we like that, but I especially wanted to show you that it's a stainless steel boiler and it's a heat exchanger. You can brew and steam at the same time, but you're not going to have the ability to adjust the temperature of your brewing and your steaming. It's all going to be at about 1.1 bars inside that one boiler. One other thing I want to show you, for your service center when they start doing the descaling, let me tip this right down on its side. Right here is an access port that they take off, and they can access the bottom of the boiler to take the heating element out. That's really a plus. Usually on these machines, you have to take the whole boiler out to get at it, to get the heating element or do any kind of service to it. So that's a time saver right there. Stainless steel frame on this. Tip it back up. Stainless steel frame, that's good. A lot of machines, they have steel frames, and eventually, you know, not right off the bat, you're going to get some rust spots on steel. Now this is powder coated steel, which powder coating just works really well with steel. So that's powder coated steel. There's no sense in powder coating stainless. So that's pretty much the inside of it. Let me put it back together, and then I'm going to crank it up, get it going, and see what I think. Let's see. I guess all that's left is, let's brew a drink. Got a cup rail right up here that's built in. This does not come off. Overpressure valve right here, so if you see any water coming out of there, that's perfectly normal. That's overpressure from the boiler. So, like I said, let's get some milk, let's get some ground coffee, and let's brew. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my milk. I've got the Notte grinder going on here. And what are we using for a blend today? Well, this is something new to me anyway. Tony's Coffee, and this is Crew Brew Blend, made especially for Seattle Coffee Gear. Got the octopus on it. Kind of a pretty packaging. And I already brewed a shot to see what it was going to taste like. It's delicious. I actually quite like it. It's not too bright, it's not fruity, it has just a good depth to it. Like it a lot. So a couple of things that I didn't really discuss before with this machine. This is the on-off switch right here. This is the indicator light that it's on. This tells you when the boiler is heating up and when it's not. And right now it's not. Oh, now it's heating up. And then this would be, if this is going off flashing, that means you're out of water. So the water tank back there needs to be full, of course, to use the machine. I am going to make a cappuccino / latte, and I know you guys are all wondering, have I improved my art? Time will tell. Stay tuned. All right, I'm going to stand on this side because it's just a little bit easier for me to actually steam from this side. Get my cup under here, so we're going to brew and steam at the same time. I'm going to purge the condensation that's in the steam arm, which you want to do. You don't want that in your milk, that condensation. So, you ready? I want you to take note of the volume of that pump noise. Really nice. Do you see that? Whoop. See, the overpressure valve is draining off, which is what you want. Okay, moment of truth. Or is it? Oh, the cup wasn't quite big enough, but I tried. What did I come up with? It's a mushroom. Look at it this way. It's definitely a mushroom in its infancy. Some things never change, do they, huh? But art or no art, this is the moment of truth, is how does it taste? Delicious. That's very good. I'm impressed. So that is the Bello by Diletta here at Seattle Coffee Gear.